Hey ladies. Okay, so I wanted to create a video about meal planning and meal prepping because I know this is an area that all of us struggle with, and I want to show you that it's really not that hard because I was the same way. Like, nutrition was my struggle, and I took probably, I would say, about 9 months into even being a coach to really utilize the nutrition plan. Since I was pregnant when I started, and then nursing when I started coaching, I wasn't stressed out about nutrition because I wasn't stressed out about getting results like super fast. I just wanted, and I didn't even realize the results that were possible after I had Olivia. So I wasn't really focused on it. But now that I've gone through it, and now I've been doing it for 3 years, now I know how important it is, A, and then B, how it is intimidating, but it doesn't have to be. So if you have not read your nutrition guide with your program, I want you to pause this video and get it out, or go log on to your Beachbody On Demand and go to your program, then click program materials. So right now I'm doing Transform 20. So the program, the nutrition guide, tells you everything you need to know. It tells you how to figure out how many containers you should be eating, or if you're following the 2B Mindset, there is a 2B Mindset program that you can sign up for, which I'm a certified instructor and would love to help you with that program. What I love that they incorporated with Transform 20 is they have incorporated notes about the 2B Mindset within the program, within the nutrition guide. So what every program has is an example or a sample meal plan. Now, Transform 20, for example, has lox on there, and I don't eat lox. I've never really had them, and I'm not really interested in trying it this time. But I know that that is a protein, and I can just simply swap out that protein. So what I do is, there are tracker forms. You have your journal, or you can just literally grab a piece of notebook paper, and you're going to write down all of your days. You're going to leave a space for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then snacks can be optional, whether you're following the 2B Mindset or your portion control. I'm someone who gets hungry often, so I do snack. Then you're going to, and I'm going to just focus on, go ahead, get a tissue. Olivia is up. But I'm going to just go ahead and create that so you can have your notebook paper, and this can be kind of a working video that you can work alongside me. And then, and I'm gonna do like 3 days worth because I don't eat something different every single day. And that's what makes it kind of easier for me. So I know that looking at my calorie bracket, I'm in Plan A. I have at the top of my page, I put how many containers I get. So 3 green, so you can look at your calorie bracket. 3 purple for fruit, 4 red for protein, 2 carbs or yellows, 1 healthy fat. And if you are pregnant or nursing or anything like that, make sure that you reach out to me so that I can help you, still eat mindful, but not like go off plan because, using pregnancy or nursing as your excuse. There are certainly things that you need to do and add. And I guess the first and the simple way is bump up a category. Now, if you are in maintenance mode, you can do one of 2 things. For me, I'm in maintenance mode, so sometimes I kind of keep in mind the container count for Plan A and Plan B. So that way, like, I know not to go over Plan B, and I know not to go under Plan A. So some days I might be eating in Plan A, and some days I might be eating in Plan B. But sometimes I do write down both of those calorie brackets when I'm in maintenance mode. In maintenance mode, so say, for example, you want to fit in a size 5 jeans and you want to be 130 pounds. So I would go into maintenance mode when you're probably 125 to 130. Or if you're fitting in those size 5s, comfortably, because we all know about a 5-pound weight gain can make us feel uncomfortable in our clothes, and So I want to make sure once you hit your goal weight or your goal jean size or whatever it may be, you don't kind of go into maintenance mode right away. Always almost stay in weight loss mode, and then know that if you splurge and enjoy, you have a party, or you have pizza, or you have, 2 glasses of wine or whatever it may be, that you kind of have some wiggle room. So I don't want you to ever feel deprived, whether you're following the portion control or Tubi mindset. I just want you to be mindful of your goals and how you're eating according to your goals. So just because I am in the best shape of my life and feeling good in my clothes doesn't mean I'm just gonna like splurge every day all the time, because I'm gonna, as quickly as I lost the weight, I'm gonna gain it back even faster. So that's just a little tip for you guys. Okay, so we know that in the morning we need energy, and our carbs are for energy. So I'm going to utilize my carbs for my breakfast and lunch typically, or a snack even. So for breakfast, I like to have 2 eggs. I like to have a piece of avocado toast. And then I usually add tomatoes on top. So that would equal 1 red. 2 eggs equal 1 red. Then my avocado, 1/4 of an avocado is a serving, which I learned from my nutrition guide. So avocado, that would be a blue, that is our healthy fat. My piece of toast, and I personally eat Dave's Killer Bread, and you can get the thin or the regular, whatever. You want to make sure that you have about 10 grams of fiber for every 1 gram, or 1 gram of fiber for every 10 grams of carbohydrates. So you want to make sure it's a healthier carb option. So white bread, we kind of just don't really need it. And whole wheat bread, or kind of like a power seed, is going to give us more aid with digestion. It's going to give us that energy. And to me, honestly, it tastes better. So I do my Dave's Killer Bread. I think my bread is about like 120 calories, but once again, we're not really counting calories, but we're just kind of focused on. But I know some people are like, well, I'm gonna get the smaller bread because it's probably gonna be better for me. Now, also with that being said, if your body doesn't function that well on carbs, then choose a healthier carb. And if you look at your nutrition guide again, there are all of these food lists, and I'll kind of turn my computer. So you see all those food lists in your nutrition guide. Go to the top of your carbohydrates. So instead of avocado toast, I could do sweet potato toast, or I could just do sweet potatoes, which I often do. I'll cube up my sweet potatoes, and I'll either saute them with my veggies in the morning, or I'll even roast them, and you can simply reheat them. So that's something that you can make on like a Sunday or Saturday, whatever day you can kind of set aside some extra baking time. You can roast those sweet potatoes as well, and then put them in a container. Pre-measure them out, and either put them in baggies or just have them in a container, and before you serve yourself, use your yellow container, scoop it out and put it onto your plate. So you can see bread, for example, is pretty much toward the bottom of it, but I enjoy bread. I enjoy my avocado toast. Maybe if I'm being more strict, and maybe I have a cruise at the end of this month, then I might skip the bread and go to my sweet potato. But right now I'm in maintenance mode. I am not trying to feel deprived or anything like that. So that is what I do. So your avocado is your blue, your toast is your yellow, and my tomatoes. Now, we all know that tomatoes are kind of like a fruit, but it is counted as a veggie. So with tomatoes, 1 cup of cherry tomatoes equals like a serving of a green serving. I probably don't eat like a full half cup, but that kind of keeps in mind to myself that I can probably add more or add another veggie on the side, but just something to keep in mind. So that would be, I'll say, a half of a green with my tomatoes on my toast. And then there I have it. So then I had my tallies of how many containers I get. I cross off the containers as I use them. So that way I know that I am not overeating or under eating. And this is a great way to kind of plan ahead of how much you need. And it kind of takes like any guesswork off. So I'm crossing off a red, I'm crossing off a blue, I'm crossing off a yellow, and I have a half of a green. So then for my lunch, I know once again that carbs are used for energy, so I can choose a carb for my lunch. And so for my carbs for lunches, it's typically, I'm looking at the carb list, but I do typically either only have like that one serving of carb during the day since I have a beach bar later, or you know, a great thing, like I often get a salad from Chick-fil-A and it has corn and black beans on them. Unless you are a vegan, beans are a carb, not a protein. So my beans and my corn would count as my carb. So I'm gonna pick up a Chick-fil-A salad, and I usually get the spicy Southwest. And so that would be, now those are about two green servings. So I have 2 green, I have 1 protein with my chicken that goes on it. I have my yellow for my carb for my corn, my black beans. I have a seed and dressing, which for the dressing, I usually prefer the avocado lime ranch. So a way to kind of get that to go further so that you're not glopping on a bunch of creamy dressing is to either add, I know it sounds crazy, water, or you can even add lime juice to it or lemon, but with the avocado lime ranch, the lime would work well to kind of thin it out and make a little go a long way. So that is my tip for that. So 1 seed and dressing, which is our orange. And then we have, also there are the sunflower seeds that come on that. And so my sunflower seeds are counted as a seed and dressing as well. So with my plan A, I only get 1 seed and dressing. Since I'm in maintenance mode and plan B allows still 1 seed and dressing, I can use about half the amount of dressing and half the amount of sunflower seeds, or I can just save those sunflower seeds for another day. So then I'm crossing off my green, my red, my yellow, my seed and dressing. Okay, so then for dinner, I look at what I have left. So since I'm in maintenance mode and there are 4 veggies in the portion control, I have 1 veggie left. I have 2 proteins left, and I have my 2 tablespoons. So I haven't done my snack yet, which usually I have my shake as my snack a lot of times holding me over between lunch and dinner. So I'm gonna put that in since my Shakeology counts as my protein. Then I usually have a half a frozen banana or blueberries. So I got my half banana. And then I usually use my peanut butter there. So sometimes I even use both teaspoons on there. But I know that when I'm making my eggs and probably making my dinner, I'm using some olive oil there. So I got my peanut butter. So I've crossed off my teaspoons. I've crossed off my purple and my red for my shake. So for dinner, I still have my veggie. So for veggies, I do a variety of things. I often roast since they're easy. I can just spray them with olive oil, salt, and pepper and put them in. So this past week I did broccoli and cauliflower and beets all roasted in the oven. Super easy, like 375. I like my veggies kind of charred and crisp. And it kind of brings out like a nutty flavor in them. So I do that. So I'll have like a protein would be maybe just some chicken. And that chicken, I'll spray the extra virgin olive oil, salt, pepper. If I want to make it more spicy, I might add some garlic powder, some onion powder, and cayenne pepper. And then either saute that in the pan or bake that in the oven. And there's a lot of different ways to do your protein. It could be your steak, it could be a burger, like just buying a burger from the grocery store and putting it, cooking it on the stove. And you don't always need the bun. It actually tastes just as good without it. But so to keep it simple for my dinner, I'm just gonna do my chicken. I'm gonna do my roasted veggies. And I also have a fruit left. So, you know, that might be a great opportunity for me to enjoy some frozen blueberries. A lot of people have been talking about frozen cherries lately. Another fruit that I really like are grapes lately. So I might have like some grapes there. And I might even eat my dinner, maybe wait 30 minutes, then put the kids to bed, and then enjoy my fruit there. So I'll do my grapes. So then I've used all my servings, and I think the only category I went over on was my veggies from plan A to plan B, and my To Be mindset, since I do follow that. My To Be mindset is more veggies. It's always leading with water, veggies most, and then filling the rest of your plate up with your protein or carbs at breakfast and lunch. So that is my meal plan. It is not fancy. It's just a way to kind of reverse engineer how to even get this going, because I know it is stressful for you guys. But when in doubt, go back to your sample meal guide, and there are awesome recipes in your nutrition plan. You can even hop over into other programs, look at their recipes too. But so I could even just start out with that 3-day sample meal plan. The breakfast sounds great. It's Shakeology with grapes. The snack is the lox on a rice cake. I actually do kind of like rice cakes, but instead of the smoked salmon, I could do maybe Greek yogurt as my protein, or maybe eggs, like hard-boiled eggs on the rice cake. Lunch is the veggie turkey wrap. That sounds delicious. Snack are almonds and applesauce. I like that. And the dinner is a protein-packed spinach salad. So it's spinach salad with chicken. So that is a great meal plan. And, you know, I didn't even put on my Beach Bar, for example, on this meal plan, and that I'm kind of like out of containers. Once again, since I'm at where I want to be, if I need that Beach Bar, I have the Beach Bar. I would rather go for my Beach Bar than cookies or some random snack that might be in my pantry from my kids. So that is what I recommend for you guys. Create your meal plan so that when you go to eat breakfast or lunch or dinner, snack, you're not like, oh, what should I eat? And then you get so hungry and maybe so frustrated that you just go for anything, and that anything might not be very healthy. I'm gonna make another video about prepping and kind of my tips for that. But I hope that this kind of discussion, or my tips on how I meal plan, really helped you, and make sure that you message me or comment below if you have any questions.